Hey everyone and welcome to the club. Today I'll be showing you how to draw Braixen from Pokemon. Let's get started with the eye. I'm going to start with a curve for the upper eyelid. Starting from the inside, curve up, and then out. I'm going to take this point and curve in the opposite direction for the bottom lid, curving down and towards the left. Let's thicken this up a little bit on the outside. Starting about halfway along this line, I'm just going to curve out towards the outside so it gets a little thicker, fill in any gaps in black. Now from the top, we're going to curve downwards, so tapering it down and filling that in black. Let's draw in the iris. So we're going to draw an oval just tucked in underneath the eyelid, starting from the front, curve down, and we'll pull that back up. On the left side, we're going to draw a smaller oval for a highlight. And right in the middle of the iris, we're going to draw a little dot for the pupil. Let's move over towards the left and draw in the nose. So we're going to step over from the edge of the eye, curve down, and then just pull that up. We're going to take this point and curve down towards the neckline here. So taking this point and just curving back and then down. In the front, we're going to separate the nose. So up in here, we're just going to draw a little curve that goes from top to bottom. And then just down here, we're going to draw a curve that goes up towards the eye for the mouth. Curving up. Right up in the eyelid here, we're going to draw a little curve going upwards. A little frown line. Now from the top of the nose, we're going to step over towards the left and draw the top of the head going up and over towards the right. So right here, we're going to go up and then just round it out to right about there. Let's draw a little wrinkle in the forehead. So right in here, I'm just going to draw a little curve. Let's go to the top and draw on the edge of the ear. So from this point, I'm going to step down and draw a curve that goes up and over towards the right. Going up and then out. Now I'm going to draw the inside edge of the ear. So I'm going to step down, just follow the same curve coming downwards. So right here, curve down to right about there. Let's draw in the ear fur. So from this point, we're going to step down and just draw a little bit of fur coming down this way. So we're going to go up and out. Now we're going to pull that in the opposite direction. And do another one, going outwards. And then we're going to pull that back in. About halfway along this curve, we're going to draw a little wave that goes up to the top. So from this point, we're going to step down, going up, down, and go up, and then pull that out towards the right. We're going to take this point and curve that back. We're do another spike. We're going to take this point and curve out. Now we're going to pull this all the way back down with a little wave. Curving in, coming down, back over towards the left, and we'll pull that down just towards the side of the head here. From this point, we're just going to draw the inside edge of the head. So from here, we're going to curve around and then down. We take this open gap here and just fill that in. Let's go back up to the top and draw in the back side of the ear. So from this point, we're just going to curve in the opposite direction in behind the fur. Let's go ahead and draw in the opposite ear. So from this point, we're going to curve up and out towards the left in the opposite direction. Going up and then out to about the same height as we have on the right. We're going to do the inner part of the ear. So we step down, we're just going to curve down and let's just taper that down so it gets a little bit wider at the base. We're going to draw the ear fur coming out this way. So stepping down, curving up and out, and curve that back in. We're going to do another one, we're going to go out, and then we'll pull that back in. We're going to draw another wave that goes outwards this way. So about halfway along the bottom here, go down, up, and then out. We're going to draw a little point here. So from this point, we're going to curve down, and we're going to curve it back out. Now we're going to wave this all the way back in towards the forehead. Curving down, and then right here, we're going to pull it right in behind the forehead. Up at this point, we're just going to tuck this in behind the fur with the curve, the back side of the ear. Let's go down here and draw the fur on the cheek. So right here, we're going to overlap this line with a curve that goes up. Going up like that. Close this gap off here. At this point, we're going to pull this back in, tapering it downwards, curving down. We're going to step up about halfway and just curve this towards the bottom of the neck here. We're going to leave a little gap at the bottom. Starting up here, we're going to curve around, and then just pull that in, leaving a small gap on the inside. Right down here in between the fur and this fur here, we're going to draw on the back of the ear. So right here, we're going to curve it in, and then just round it out behind the cheek fur. We're going to take these 2 points at the end and just draw 2 short lines coming down side by side. Now we're going to round out the shoulders. So from this point on the left, we're going to curve up and out towards the left. Go up and out towards the right. Let's add some fur along the side here. So from this point on the left, we're going to curve it down. Do the same thing on the right, curving it down. Add another point here. From this point, we're going to go up. Do the same on the right. Now I'm going to curve these in towards the middle. We're going to leave a little gap. So on the left side, we'll curve it in. On the right, we'll curve it down and then in. Let's add some fur in the chest. So right below the neck, right in here, we're going to draw a curve. A curve that comes around like that. We're going to close off this gap on the left side. Now from here, we're going to curve it over towards the right, going up and over. Take this point and just close off that gap. At the bottom, we're just going to add a little separation, going up in the middle. Before we draw on the body, let's draw in this arm here. So just at the bottom here, we're going to draw two lines coming down, coming out on the inside of the arm, stepping over, we're going to draw a longer line on the outside going towards the elbow. We're going to draw the forearm from here in the elbow, we're going to go out towards the left. Now we're going to round up the bottom of the hand, curving back. Let's add in some fingers. So from this point, I'm just going to curve it around and up. We step back down, drawing another curve for the second finger, and then the third finger we're going to bring all the way up towards the wrist, curving around to right there. We'll take that point and draw a straight line in towards the inner part of the elbow. Now let's draw in the body. On the left side here, right down here, we're going to draw a curve that comes down and then up on the left side. Down, and we'll just swoop that up on the left side. We'll do the same thing on the right. Just beside this arm, right on the inside, we'll curve down behind the arm, and it'll continue on the opposite side, going up. Let's draw the back side of the fur here. So from this point, we're going to curve it down and out. Go out with another curve. We're going to bring this in behind the arm. Just following that same curve, in behind the arm, and then right in between the arm and the body. On this side, I just want to show a little bit of the arm on this side. So right up here, draw a curve going beside the body, and then down towards the bottom. Now let's add some fur on the bottom of the body. From this point, I'm going to curve it down and then pull it in. We'll do the same thing on the right, curving down and in. We'll add another layer here, curving out. On the right, we'll curve it out. Now we're going to pull that back in towards the middle. Left side, we'll curve it inwards. On this side here, we're going to curve all the way in towards the middle. Curving down and then in. We're going to add one little fur on this side here. Curving out. I'm going to pull that right in towards the middle with a curve. From these 2 points, we're just going to draw a little separation curve. From the tip on the left, we'll curve across, and the same thing on the right. Now let's draw in the legs underneath the body. From this curve, we step down here, curve around, and then in. We'll do the same thing on the right. So right from here, we're going to curve a little bit further out, going out, and then in. We're going to add a little point on the sides here. From this point, we're going to go out and pull it back in. We'll do the same thing on the right, going out and pulling that back in. Now let's go back to the left side and draw this leg. From this point, I'm going to curve down the leg. I'm going to go in the opposite direction down towards the paw. We're going to curve down and out towards the left. We're going to round up the toe, curving around. And I'm going to go across the bottom of the foot, going across like that. We're going to go in the opposite direction up towards the back of the knee. Going up and then curving it out towards the right. We do another curve going right in towards the middle here, just down to this point here. Curving around and then up. Right at the toe, we're going to separate the paw with two short curves side by side. Now let's draw on the right leg. From this point, we're going to overlap it with a curve going back. We're going to draw the front part of the shin, curving straight down. Now right here, we're going to go out and down at an angle. And just like we did here, we're going to round out the paw. We're going to round out the bottom of the foot, going across. Now we're going to go up the back side of the leg, going up towards the back of the knee, curving up, and then in. From here, we're going to angle up, short angle. And we're going to connect those 2 points with a straight line. Right here, let's separate the paw with two short little curves. Now let's tuck the tail in behind the body. We're going to start just above the elbow, curving up and over towards the right. We're going to add some fur along this edge here. So from this point, I'm going to curve up, and we'll pull it back in the opposite direction, curving down. Now we're going to aim one out this way, curving out towards the right. We'll pull that back in. We'll do one tiny one going straight out this way, curving out, and then back in. Now we're going to wave the bottom of the tail. So from this point, we're going to curve out, in, and we'll just curl up the end like that. Let's take this point, curve it back. So we're going to taper it backwards, so it's a little bit wider. Another fur point going out. Now from here, I'm going to curve this all the way back in behind the leg. Coming down, and then in behind the leg. We're going to add some detail at the bottom of the tail here. So at the bottom, we're going to curve it up, and then we'll curve it back. We'll do a larger one. We're going to go up, and then we'll curve it back down. Small one here, going up, and then back down, and then right here we're just going to pull this out to the side of the tail. We're going to finish this off with a stick tucked into this fur. So right along here we're going to go up in an angle, we're going to go out in an angle. So doing a hard turn going up, we're going to round up the top, now we're going to bring that back down, coming down to there. Now we're going to continue this line going upwards. Take this point, round it out, coming down. Now we're going to come down to right beside this point here. An angled line. Now we're going to angle back out, going right in behind the fur. And that is pretty much it. There we have it. There's Braixen from Pokemon. I hope you enjoyed this lesson. Make sure you subscribe and send us your requests in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you again soon.